So a first-gen student reached out to me recently. He got into one of the most competitive graduate programs in his field, cybersecurity, national security, intelligence. He had the acceptance letter in hand and he had the vision. He knew exactly where he wanted to go. The school was prestigious, but he was still going to be $60,000 in debt after 2 years. So he asked me, is this decision to go to this prestigious school for this degree actually worth it? Or am I about to make the biggest financial mistake of my life? And here's the thing, most students in this situation do one of two things. They either say yes immediately because the name of the school is prestigious, or they walk away from the opportunity entirely. Both of those might be the wrong move. Today, I'm going to show you a third option, and it's the one that changes everything. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jerica, and I love creating videos and online courses to help students graduate employed and debt-free. If that's your jam, go ahead and click subscribe, and I will see you on the other side. $60,000 in debt over 2 years, is it actually worth it? And these are the steps that I would say you should go through to try and answer that question. So the first step is asking yourself why. Before you sign anything, why? What are you asking yourself why about? Well, first, why this school? Why now? Because a prestigious name can feel like the only path. And I get it, especially first gen, you're just like, oh my gosh, this is an amazing opportunity. But there are other things attached to that. And so you need to figure out why you're picking this school and why are you trying to do it now? What I found time and time again is the student that slows down and asks the hard questions, gets strategic, they end up in a better financial position than a student that just says yes and goes for it, right? So as you're thinking about why this school, why now, think about, could a different program get you to the same career outcomes at a fraction of the cost? Could targeted certifications get you into the same field without the debt? These are some of the questions around that why that are worth asking. So after you do that, step 2, I would immediately send a negotiation letter. Honestly, like you can ask the university for more money. I've seen it all the time. I work with students and I've done it all the time. I've personally done it. I love it when you pit different universities against each other. You say, hey, I got this offer. Can you match it? Right? To see if they can give you more money. They always have more money, but you have to show why you in that particular situation. If you need more help with that, we have several podcasts that talk about, telling your story, your exact why, and you can check those out here and down in the show notes below. But you should write something called a negotiation letter and you send it back to the school to tell them, hey, here's what I've been offered. Here's my background. Here's what I need. Do you have additional funding? And a lot of times they come back with more. So after you do that, step 3, I want you to start looking at outside funding to see if it even exists. So if you're going into cybersecurity, national security, intelligence, or government, there is significant funding available specifically for your field. And I'm not talking about like general scholarships. I mean money that was built for people going exactly where you're going. I would check out federal government programs. I would check out military connected scholarships, databases like ProFellow, and LinkedIn, right? I think LinkedIn, honestly, in this situation is the most important thing because you can get on LinkedIn and connect with students that are already in the program you're considering and graduates who have been through it, and they can tell you exactly what funding they received, which organizations gave them money, and did the career path, did it pay off, right? And then you can go and apply to those same opportunities that they talk about. And a lot of times you can't get that from the brochure. So I would look into outside funding and talking with students. The next step that I would consider is honestly waiting a year. I know people don't like to hear this, but I'm a college success strategist. I'm going to give you really good advice. I waited a year for grad school. I had a full ride and I waited a year and I got 2 additional full rides the second year. So the opportunities can get better over time. It is actually possible. I've worked with students where we've given them this advice to wait a year and they get full rides out of it. It happens. Why? Because you can get strategic about how you approach that next year of application. You can improve your scores, right? You can learn the school's full financial and funding landscape so you know exactly who to ask for. And you can also, in that year, start building up allies so they can have money set aside for you. You can build relationships with people in your corner that are outside of the school that can advocate for you. And maybe you find out about other opportunities that are there. And in most cases, if you ask the university to hold your spot for a year or 2, they will, right? Because you mean dollar signs to them. I've seen students wait a year. That can be the difference between $60,000 in debt and having refund checks coming back to you every single month, which is crazy. crazy. So getting accepted and saying, no, I'm going to defer a year and working an additional year is not failure. It is strategy. Okay, the next thing I would say is to get on LinkedIn today. Honestly, whether you go now or you wait, the single most important thing you can do today is to get on LinkedIn and start connecting with people in your field. And I know you're probably like, oh, well, what do I actually do on LinkedIn? Well, I would connect with current students in the program, connect with graduates, connect with professionals on LinkedIn outside of your school, in cybersecurity, national security, defense contracting, intelligence. There are people in this space that are posting opportunities, that are talking about the things that are really important in your career field on the platform today, and you need to be a part of that conversation because those are some doors that could be open to you. So if you're feeling overwhelmed and you're like, you're doing this alone, I would say LinkedIn is where that stops, right? You can find people. I have like LinkedIn friend buddies, right? that know exactly where you are, what you're doing, and they will talk to you. They will share what worked and then open doors for you that you didn't even know existed. Now, if you want more help with LinkedIn specifically, we have a course that helps college students land internships and career opportunities on the platform. We also are doing LinkedIn profile reviews. So if you want personalized feedback on your specific profile, I'm going to leave both links in the description. So thank you to the student that sent me this question. If you have other questions that you would like me to answer, please drop them in the link down below. And congratulations once again on getting into such a prestigious program. And I wish you the very, very best. I'll see you guys on the next episode.